What are some of those phrases? When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Beggars can't be choosers. That kind of sort of thing. I want to play for you what Fed Chairman Jerome Powell said when he was asked, "What if Trump fires you?" And he said, "Well, I'm not going to allow it." Now, of course, firing would be Trump asking Powell to resign. And there's a reason for that. And it's because Powell has a term that wouldn't expire until 2026. We'll get to that in a moment. But this happened during a press briefing yesterday. And Jerome Powell just going, "Yeah, I just would not do it. I'm staying. I'm not going."
Victoria. Hi, Victoria Guido with Politico. Some of the president-elect's advisors have suggested that you should resign. If he asked you to leave, would you go?
No.
Can you follow up on, do you think that legally you're not required to leave?
No.
Oh, I love this. There was follow-up. This was interesting enough that other reporters seized on it and said, "Wait a second, I need to ask about this as well." And here's another reporter saying, "Do you even believe Trump has the authority to fire you?" And Jerome Powell goes, "Nope, not allowed."
Do you believe the president has the power to fire or demote you, and has the Fed determined the legality of a president demoting at will any of the other governors with leadership positions?
Not permitted under the law.
Not what?
Not permitted under the law.
I absolutely love this. Now, who's right here? Because a bunch of the Magapotamians and the Magadonians have come back and said, how is Jerome Powell going to get away with this? How can he say this? We need law and order. And if Trump says you go, you go. Well, we do have something called the facts. And the fact is, a Federal Reserve chairman can indeed refuse to quit when a president fires them or tells them to resign, because the president does not have direct authority to fire the Fed chair. The Federal Reserve is designed to be an independent agency. The whole point here is you prevent political influence from compromising its decisions. Trump would love to be able to control the Fed and tell them, cut rates now, raise rates now, help me juice the stock market returns. It's designed not to work that way. And indeed, the Fed chair is appointed by the president. They are confirmed by the Senate. They get a 4-year term. And during that term, they can only be removed for cause if they committed some crime or misconduct or something along those lines. Now, Powell's term as chair goes into 2026. His position as Fed governor continues into 2028. If Trump does try to fire him, and Powell simply says, you don't have the authority to do that under the law, it's going to be really interesting to see where the standoff lands. Now, of course, you know and I know that if such a situation were to surface, you would probably start getting pressure from Republicans in the Senate saying, Powell, you should really leave. They don't have the authority to force him out, but there would start to be pressure. And it's conceivable that they could make life really difficult for him. But I absolutely love that he's simply saying, nope, can't do it under the law. We'll see what happens if and when Trump tries to push him out. Well, I wrote a book after a long journey and a ton of work. I am really thrilled with how it turned out, and I hope you'll read it. The book is called The Echo Machine. And in a nutshell, it looks at how American politics got so broken, who has already figured out solutions, and how we can try to fix it and stop the terror of Trump for the next 4 years. With Trump winning this election, the Echo Machine couldn't be more relevant, not only a warning about how we got here, but also about what might be coming and how to prevent the worst outcomes. We've got to stay engaged. We need a plan, and that's what the book is about. There's a belief out there that unless you have corporate media behind you, you can't have a successful political book launch, that it's not possible. I think we can prove that wrong. Order The Echo Machine today at davidpakman.com/echo on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Audible, Kindle, anywhere that books, ebooks, and audiobooks are sold. You can also call any local bookstore and say, please order me The Echo Machine by David Pakman. Wherever you get the book, you'll get the free pre-order perks, including the signed book plate. Head to davidpakman.com/free book stuff after ordering.